Hi, my name is Vineet, and we're going to look at how debugging and fixing errors works in LabVIEW. LabVIEW offers a number of different options for debugging your application, and in fact it'll even automatically detect errors that it sees on the block diagram. In fact, if we look over to the program I have up here on the computer, I've just got a simple program that converts from degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius and displays it on the thermometer. But if I go up to the run arrow, you can see instead of a solid run arrow, I get a broken arrow, and it actually tells me that I have errors that it's detected on the block diagram. I can click on that arrow and it opens up the error list window. It tells me that I've got 3 errors, and it even tells me where those errors are on the block diagram. The first error says that the wait function has a unwired or bad terminal, so let's double click on that, and yep, sure enough, I need to specify a certain number of milliseconds to wait. So let's add a constant value in there. You can see the second error here says that I've connected terminals of 2 different data types. I can right click and I actually have broken wires on my block diagram, so I might have even been able to see that without using the error list window. If I hover over this, I get the exact message that tells me that I'm going from a double precision number over to a string, and I need to provide a little bit more information in order to make that happen. So that's an easy fix. I can go to the string palette and drop down the number to decimal string function, and once I insert that, I'm able to make that conversion and that error disappears. Lastly, I have a problem with how my while loop is configured. It says that the conditional terminal is not wired. Well, if I double click on that, it tells me that overall the while loop needs to have some sort of stop condition. Well, I can right click on the condition terminal and I can create a control value, and that way my user has a stop button now to stop the program when they're finished with it. Let's make that a little bit bigger. And now if I go back up to that broken arrow, it's become a solid arrow. So I know that my program will now be able to execute. When I hit run, I'm able to adjust the number of degrees Fahrenheit and see the corresponding value in degrees Celsius. And then I even have a string indicator that's effectively been converted from a numeric to string, and that's being shown here as well in this temperature value display. Well, that's how I would fix some of the automatically detected errors that LabVIEW sees on the block diagram. But there's a number of different options for probing wires and values during execution as well. I can start by looking at the highlight execution button. So I've got my program that's currently running. If I move over to the light bulb button here and click on highlight execution, it'll actually tell me what the different values are at different points as the program executes. And as I adjust, it slows things down, and when it comes back around, it has the updated values, and I can see different parts of my program as it executes. I can even insert probes. So let's insert a few different probes here to see what that looks like. I can turn highlight execution off. And now through my probe watch window, I can see exactly what the different values are, and I can scan through the different probes and see what the values are, and hopefully narrow down exactly what the bug is in my application and fix it and end up getting the functionality that I need. So that's how debugging and fixing errors works in LabVIEW.